Good day, everybody. It's Vickers Engelbrecht here. Huge privilege to coming to you again, bring you the weekly crypto roundup of the past week. So let's see what's our agenda for today. Dogecoin is surprising everybody because it keeps on growing and most of the people don't know what its use case is for. So we're going to look at that. Then Binance, Changpeng Zhao is still staying in the US after he's been found guilty and he admitted to committing some security breaches. We'll look at that. Then Do Kwon, the founder of Terra Luna, remember last year the whole debacle of Terra Luna going down, and then Do Kwon just disappeared and he couldn't be found anywhere. We're going to look at that. And then also the UK is open to tokenization of their money market funds. So exciting stuff. But before we continue, please remember, if you like the content, if you find value in these things, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell to be reminded when I send out new videos. Comments, give me some love in the comments, tell me what you like, what you don't like. And yeah, and then share that with your community, your family, colleagues and friends. I'll really appreciate that. Then please register if you found this video online and you want this video to be delivered to your inbox. Just register here. You also get access to my 2 weekly newsletter. So that will be also an addition to the weekly videos. So yeah, just subscribe. I'll put the link in the description. You can just click add your details and you will receive a welcome mail. So let's hit it off. Dogecoin, I mean, what's happening there? So they just topped 5 million wallet addresses. So they have been growing and the number of transactions has been increasing and people don't know what's happening. Even the market is like, what is going on? 168,000 of these 5 million are active, and since March 2022, so the number of transactions has jumped to its highest level since June. So its market cap has risen with 14% to $11 billion this past month. So it's one thing to wonder why it's growing, but the other concern that the market has is its ownership model, because less than 5,000 addresses control more than 80% of the Doge supply. So it's a meme coin that they call it the joke coin. I mean, ever since COVID happened in 2020, people was bored and they just started trading with all these funny coins just because they could. And this coin, you know, what started as a joke, ended up now 3 years later grew to more than $11 billion. So if you're owner of Doge, just make sure of the fundamentals. But yeah, it's a cool coin and it's growing. There's a lot of other meme coins, the Frog coin, Shiba Inu. So there's a few of these coins that's growing. Their business case is still not clear yet, but yeah, they're growing and they're taking the market by storm. Yes, in the latest news of Binance CZ, as we said, he must remain in the US. That's after he pleaded guilty to violating the Bank Secrecy Act last week. So after he pleaded guilty, he was released on a $175 million personal bond. He put down $50 million in a trust account, and he had 3 guarantors that put down over $5 million as a collateral to secure the bond. So his wife and child is still in the UAE. So he thought, well, he could, after he settled the bond and he paid the stuff that he had to pay, he thought he could go. But then the attorneys from the US Department of Justice said, whoa, hold on, you might be a flight risk because you're still a very influential person. So we don't know if we can trust you. But the attorneys reckoned, listen, this guy came out of his own free will to the country to settle his debts and take ownership of what he's guilty of. So this is really, that's that earns my respect at least. So it's cool of him to do that. But now the attorneys are just saying, but hang on, let him go home because his wife and child can't um, come back because they plan to sentence him in February 2024. So in the meantime, what must happen? They can't relocate his wife and child. So there's all these technical logistics that the attorneys are all arguing about. But personally, I feel a lot of respect for CZ. I think he has done justice to the market by um, paying for his crimes, put it that way. So yeah, let's hope the U.S. Department of Justice remain humane and let him go and come back in 2024 February. Uh, the articles that I read said he can face a prison sentence of a few months to 10 years. He can actually uh, yeah, so that's the latest that of Cheng Pen Zhao. So yeah, let's hope he gets a light sentence for owning up and taking responsibility for the mistakes that he's made. Then contradictory to that, in the same sense, is Dope One. Last year, he's the founder of Terra Luna, and I think in June, July, the whole Terra USD coin collapsed, and the whole market, there was a huge crypto landscape that collapsed, taking down a lot of influencers, a lot of big companies, and but what this guy did, he didn't do the same as Cheng-Pan Zhao. He just fled and disappeared, and people, all the regulators from different countries, South Korea and America, were looking for this guy. And he just never owned up to the sins that he committed. And he ended up Montenegro, and how he was caught was he wanted to flee Montenegro, but then he had false documents in his possession, and while attempting to flee the country, so they said, okay, now you must, they put him in the jail for 4 months, but the US negotiated, and they said, okay, the extradition, they still don't know whether he's going to South Korea or the US, so it's quite interesting to follow this story, but he will need to own up to his mistakes and take responsibility for what he has done. It's now just over to the Montenegrin justice minister to decide to which country will extradite it, but first he must pay for his sins in Montenegro, which is kind of cool. Yeah, so let's see what happens there. Then the UK, as I chatted to you many times on this channel about tokenization. You'll see the past few videos, if you go back and watch the history, it's all about CBDCs, tokenization, big companies getting in, about custodianship, all these things start to unravel and start to take, get traction. So we need to watch tokenization in 2024. More and more big companies, governments even, gives their go-ahead for tokenization because of the costs, efficiency, benefits that you can reap with tokenization. So like the working group of the UK, they're welcoming the tokenization in the country. There's a lot of blockchain digitization and interoperability that they feel are promising technologies. So you'll see this is but one of a lot of projects that are kicking off, and you'll see momentum grows as we go into 2024. And I'm glad for the UK, they are open-minded. As the article said as well, there's already models of fund tokenization that exist in Europe, including the private bank-owned Meltzer Asset Management and the crypto exchange custody provider RCATS that had a tokenized RPRDN money market fund. So money market funds, equities, bonds, you'll see more and more of these things. They call it real world assets. These traditional finance instruments are getting put on the blockchain, and that process is called digitization or tokenization. So exciting stuff. So we're going to see more of this in 2024. So yeah, that's the topics for today. Money making tip for today in terms of cryptos. Again, I'm not providing financial advice, just educating you guys an opportunity to grow your cryptos. AltcoinTrader, South African exchange from Richard D'Souza. He has these opportunities where you can take your coins, if you have Solana, Polkadot, BNB, or any of the ones that you can see on the screen, you can stake them, or easy save option that they have on their platform. You just transfer your rands, create AltcoinTrader as a beneficiary. It's a South African exchange. You create them as a beneficiary, transfer your rands over, buy any of these coins on the platform, and then once you bought them, you can literally go to the easy save button. I have a link in the description for you, and you just put them, they call it, just stake them there. It's easy, it's quick, and when you want to get them out, it's easy save. There's no locking periods, no minimum amounts, all that kind of stuff, and you start earning interest immediately. So a very cool feature from Richard and his team. I also make use of this. It's a very cool feature. However, if everything that I've said is over your head and you feel like, ooh, it's like blowing over, why not becoming an RIH CryptoWealth member? And that's where we educate people. It's my way of continuously teaching and educating crypto members weekly basis, because here's the truth. A few years ago, you could have done an online course in crypto, maybe to spend 2-3 hours doing the course, and then you might have been okay. You've been updated with cryptos and you've been fine. But lately, things happen so fast. Every week it's changing. Hence, I decided to, if things are changing weekly, we must educate weekly. And that's where my membership option comes in, my membership offer. And that's where we're going to teach people on a weekly basis. At the moment, I'm starting off with financial planners because they are close to my heart, and they have a huge opportunity to teach people. That's why I start with them. And yeah, I'm going to start with them and then roll it out in the next year. This membership offer will kick off officially 1st Jan 2024. I'm excited to bring this to the community, and we're going to teach people weekly. We're going to provide live webinars. We're going to speak to guys like Richard D'Souza, which is a cryptocurrency exchange owner. We're going to speak to a lot of influencers in the crypto space. So I'm excited to bring that all to you guys. And yeah, so the benefits is we're going to get recordings. You're going to be part of the live webinars. You'll be able to ask questions to the influencers, to the people I interview. You're going to get discounts on future in-person events, online courses, all those type of things, so that the community is important to me, and it's my way of giving back to the community and start educating and helping people and preparing people to join my vision of 1 million crypto enthusiasts by the year 2030. So I want to scale this. I want to get more and more people involved in cryptos in a profitable, sustainable, and legitimate way. So just hit vickersengelbreg.com, go there. You'll be guided through the pages what to do, and once you're part of it, I will personally welcome you, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So again, if you find value in this content and you feel somebody else must see it, your family, friends, colleagues, just share it, comment what you like, what you didn't like, and like, subscribe, and thank you for listening. Hope you guys have a blessed weekend, and we chat next week again. Cheers.